Hey everyone, this is Jeff, and this is my book report. The book that I read for this report is called Communities of Play, Emerging Cultures in Multiplayer Games and Virtual Worlds. The author is Celia Pierce, and the book was published in 2009 at MIT. This book tells the story of a group of players who originally met in the massively multiplayer online game, Yoru Prologue, and their efforts to stay together after the game closed. The main argument is that the emergent behavior in games and virtual worlds arises from a complex interaction between players and affordances of the play space that they inhabit. The first theme described in this book is diasporic game cultures. Virtual world of all genres enhance player experiences and reinforce the action creation of belief. The first type of virtual world described in the book is called fixed synthetic worlds, which are mostly defined as games by the world's designers, who are in charge of the narratives, rewards and penalties, game mechanics, world rules, and architectural and geographical design. These also have strong themes and an overarching storyline with smaller sub-narratives and fixed goals. The second type is called co-created world, which is an open-ended Hadiatic environment that is designed for creative contribution and spontaneous play. They do not have a set theme or storyline, however, they do allow players to build their own play spaces, vary their avatars based on aesthetic or expressive, and create their own artifacts. Emergence is a phenomenon whereby a complex, interesting, high-level function is produced as a result of combining simple, low-level mechanisms in simple ways. Euro Ages Beyond Myst was once a popular multiplayer online game that was based on Cyan World's Myst game series. It closed its servers due to a huge incident in which too many players received invitations in Euro Prologue, which led to problems with excessive lag and client clashes from too many players logging on at the same time. This closure leaves an estimate of 10,000 refugees, which are people who have left their homeland because of persecution. The Gathering of Yoru group began their own discussion group either by using online chat or contributing to the asynchronous discussion forum to try to find a new home, which is the Yoru community. Yoru de Sabora is a distributed game community dispersed across several games, which continues to thrive in various forms throughout a number of virtual worlds. There.com was to become the main settlement for a majority of TGU members instead of Second Life. The second theme of this book is first-person immersion versus avatar embodiment. What made Euro so popular to many gamers for MMOG research was the transition from first-person perspective of prior Myst games to the introduction of an avatar in Yoru. First-person viewpoint enabled the Myst series virtual reality effect, which allows players to feel a sense of immersion and a panacea not only of games, but also of traditional virtual and presence research. However, the problem with first-person viewpoint is that it also created an ambiguous identity and a feeling of anonymity. Avatar is an essential unit within the network of the playing community, means whereby the individual player interacts with both other players and the ecosystem of the play community. In Euro, the addition to Avatar gave the player a specific, customizable identity as well as a sense of embodiment. Third theme is emergent identity as an intersubjective accomplishment. Individual avatar identity is considered an intersubjective accomplishment. Various players then emerge as leaders and creators throughout the process of improvised emergent identity formation, and because of this, many players then discovered and developed new talents and abilities. Being an avatar has also changed many players as Marshall McLuhan describes, we shape our avatars and therefore our avatars shape. And the last theme described in the book is communities of play. Play community is a group that embraces the players more than it directs us towards any particular game. Members of play community adapt game rules and either change or invent new games in order to create a supportive environment with their playmates. The play community shares a strong social connection in addition to mutual playstyle that's both flexible and inclusive, and can also be transformed and relocated as needed to sustain a group. Collaboration is an optimal balance of individual self-awareness and group connectedness. Within the context of Euro's play community, players feel a sense of belonging and individual value that is different from other roles that they may present in the so-called real life. To sum it up, one of the concepts described in the book is the formation of individual avatar identity through emergent social processes. When individual players are motivated by a group, they find in themselves new talents, skills, and abilities which are enhanced through a process of group feedback. After the closure of Yoru, Yura de Sabora members began creating their own original Yoru and Myst-inspired content. And finally, Yoru players, through emergence empowered by community, have taken control of the Myst world, therefore foreshadowing Yoru's subtitle Ages Beyond Myst. The end.